Well, good morning, everybody. Here we're reading through Deuteronomy 21 to 23 and praying that you're all staying safe and practicing your isolation, all that sort of stuff. So, the law is a reflection of Dad's heart. And as we read through this, as we study it, we have choices that we can either read rules or read what's behind the rules. And Father's heart was always one that sought justice for people, or is a heart of justice, but is also a heart of compassion and grace and mercy. And and we understand that now as we look at the law through Jesus, from what Jesus revealed to us about Father's heart. And we've talked about this a lot, because this law was about a prosperous society, was about honor. This law was supposed to lend itself in love, in people honoring each other, lifting each other up, and honoring God. It was always about honor, and this has been taken, and in the transformation that we now have through our Lord Jesus Christ, this law has now been written on our heart. In other words, it's part of our DNA. It's how we are wired now. We are actually wired. Honoring isn't something that we need to be taught. It's something that we need to get out of the way of. We need to see that humanity stripped away, so the character of Christ, who Christ is, who is who we are now, is able to take front and center. Let's put it that way. So everything that is contrary to God is something that we should be saying no to, so that the Spirit of God can rise up in us, that the nature of God can rise up in us, and we can walk in this law, even if we don't know the law. That we would walk in it, because what we're seeking after is the Father's heart. We live according to the Father's heart now. We've been called to a life of righteousness, and righteousness isn't a law that's been written into tablets of stone, but a law that has been written upon our heart. Righteousness is doing what's right. You'll see as you read through this whole thing with Moses, that there's a difference between walking in his ways and being obedient to the law. Now, they're hand in hand, but walking in his ways is walking in that righteousness, knowing in a situation what you need to do, not because of a written law. A written law was more of a protection. It was more of a definition, an underlying, an explanation. But when you get into a situation, you just knew what to do because you know the Father's heart. That's why Moses wanted to know Yahweh's the ways of Yahweh, so that he could know him, so he could know his heart. And this is where we're supposed to be living right now. When we don't know what to do, we do the next right thing, but not right according to what we think is right. Because we live in a world now of, at least in the Western world, of individualism, and everybody does their own thing, and everybody does what they think is right, which we read in Judges. What they think is right. But we don't. We have Father's heart as our measuring place. And we don't live according to what we think is right. We live according to the definition of Father, of what he says is right. What is right in his eyes is more important than anything else, should be more important than anything else in all of our life. It's, our desires would take us in the wrong in the wrong place. Our human desires, the rebellious desires will take us in the wrong direction. But when our desire is for Father, when our desire is for his heart, then his desires become our desires. And what he says is right becomes our measuring rod. And that's what's important. So I just want to encourage you today, just walk with him. Just walk with him. Stop trying to work the angles. Don't try to work things for your own benefit. He's got your back. You just do what is right according to what he says is right, and it will all work out because yeah, it's his system. It's the kingdom system. So you guys be blessed, be encouraged, stay safe, stay healthy, and we're praying for all you guys.